Hey guys, as promised, I look the same as in my last video because I'm recording it a few minutes later. Today was day 4 and it was so quintessentially Camino. I loved today. I went from, what is happening here? I went from Villanúa, Spain, where I stayed at the Albergue Triton, had a good experience there, and then walked only about 15 kilometers to Jaca. Jaca was a really important city in the kingdom of Aragon, which is this region of Spain. And it's the biggest city I'm going to come across on this Camino Aragonés. I had originally planned to maybe walk further, but was also trying to figure out how to get up to San Juan de la Peña, the monastery that's like built into the cliffs. It's so amazing. I'll tell you more about that in a bit. And like you can hike, but it's super hard and makes super long days. And I have a little bout of hiker's rash on my feet and ankles, which I've never had before. So just wanted to give my feet a little bit of a rest. So unlike my first Camino, where for 34 days I never got anywhere unless I was walking, I decided to stop in Jaca, stay here, get settled in. I'm staying at a hotel, a really cute one called Pura Vida. The people are so nice. It's a really cute place. The prices are really good too. I wanted to stay at one of the 2 albergues in town, but the private one was full and the public one didn't open until 3. And I got in around 1 and I don't know, just wasn't interested in waiting. I wanted to get going on my plan to see the monastery. So, but yeah, today was just so quintessentially like what I remember as the Camino, like the path, instead of being super narrow and kind of scary and no one around and really like just like sauvage, like they say in France, like wild. Here was wide, dusty, rocky paths. You were in a peaceful area, but you can maybe hear the highway sometimes, see a river other times, going through cute towns, getting that second breakfast of café con leche. I love tostada con aceite y tomate, olive oil and crushed tomatoes. I was dying for a napolitana, but they didn't have one. That's like the pastry with the chocolate in the middle. Maybe tomorrow. And people saying buen camino. I've only seen a couple other pilgrims, a couple older gentlemen walking alone. Haven't seen any other ladies on the trail, but Spanish people, they walk these paths just for their morning walk or whenever, and so they'll wish buen camino, and it just it really was a different feel than in France. I feel like the France part was kind of about me like getting over a lot of my fears, like ones that I didn't even know I had. I feel like I haven't spent a lot of time alone in the past several years, and so this is me getting back to sort of my independent roots. And then Spain is now it's just time for some fun. So it was a great day. I felt pretty good when I was walking, except for the hiker's rash. But it looks like it's all right. And then so I decided to stay in Jaca. It's gorgeous weather today, about 70 degrees, sunny. So perfect when I was walking. Went to the tourism office because I was trying to figure out the monastery thing. So I was looking at the maps, got a beer, was drinking a beer in the sunshine, then decided to get a big lunch. It took 2 hours. Was drinking wine, looking at the famous Jaca Citadel. Kind of reminds me of the one in St. Augustine, Florida, if you guys have seen that. So that was nice. Then checked into my hotel and got cleaned up. And okay, so this information may change. So this is current as of today. That's July 8th, 2021. But there's no bus currently going from Jaca up to San Juan de la Peña, which is, like I said, I think I already said, a monastery set into the cliffs. Actually, there are 2 monasteries. There's the old one, which is the really striking one, and then the new one, which is pretty neat too. You can kind of see it's like that thick plexiglass that you can stand over and look down into like how the rooms looked and everything like that. But you can walk up and there's like markings, but the mountain you go up, like even the drive up was like we got really high. So it would have been a long, tough walk. I know Nadine from Nadine Walks did it. So it's doable, but you know, she said it was rough and she wouldn't really recommend it. And in the Grans, on the Grans website, they say they don't recommend doing it alone. And after all the nerve-wracking moments I've had, I was just giving myself a break. So I called the local taxi company here in Jaca, and they said they would take me for 35 euros round trip plus 16 euros to wait. So it's 51 in all. And, you know, we're gone for a little over 2 hours. And I thought, you know, it's not certainly in a cheap thing in a pilgrim's budget, but I thought it was completely worth it. The pictures were incredible. I posted, if you're not following my Instagram page, I posted some there. I also post in different Facebook groups, Camino Facebook groups if you're there. And then, you know, and I'm going to do like a final video when the Camino's over, once I learn how to do a video, combining short videos that I've been taking all the way with like little tips and stuff. And I'll make sure some pictures in there. But you guys, it was just like, it's carved into the rocks. It's wild. It was really, and I hit it right at the right time. Like it was at that one around 6:45, 7 p.m. And with the days being so late here, the sun, you know, the sun was setting in the west, but then the rays were coming back. It just like lit up the area. I was the only one. There were other people there, but not in like the most striking area. I was the only one there for like 10 minutes, so I got it all to myself. It was just like such a nourishing moment, I guess, for my soul. I really loved it. So yeah, you know, it got me. The reason I wasn't going to stay in Jaca originally was I'm a day behind my itinerary, but I'm just going up. I mean, I'm very excited, but I'm just going up to France to see my wife who's there and her family. So I'm just probably going to arrive a day later, and I figure it was definitely worth it, because that's the other thing. Tomorrow I want to walk to Ares, which is supposed to have like a really great communal pilgrims hostel, or albergue. So I would like to stay there. And this was kind of the best way that I saw to get it done. So, the ticket so this was interesting. So that you buy the ticket for the San Juan de la Peña Monasterio at the new monastery, which is even higher up. And then you can go down to the lower one, but nobody was checking tickets for the lower one, so you may not need tickets at all. I liked seeing the newer one. It was cool to kind of see the excavations going on, and it did allow me to get a stamp in my credential and things like that. But you could always try, and you may be able to go in without needing to actually buy a ticket. It was 7 euros for pilgrims. I think normally it's 8 or 8.50, and it was a little bit of a reduction for pilgrims. So, yeah, I am hoping to get some of the famous cakes from Jaca tomorrow morning before I leave. I'm like so full from lunch. I didn't even eat dinner, so I'm gonna need a big breakfast. But yeah, today's just that day that it really like it makes me remember my old Camino memories. But I also, you know, every Camino has its different stages, and my Fran stage I will never forget. Like I don't know if am up for more French French ways, except for maybe Le Puy, which is the one that is the most established. At least if I'm doing it alone. I think I've had a little bit of a known like alone mountain hiking for the time being, but you know, I've learned things like how to walk around cows and not be too scared. Oh, and today I saw a dog barking at a car. He was behind a fence, but I just kept my head down, kept walking, and he didn't even bark at me, so I felt proud about that. And then I saw the cutest beagle ever at lunch, and she just restored my faith in dogs. So yeah, it was a great day, and I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Buen camino.